Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Daze and welcome to today's latest White Rabbit Theory video. A big thank you to everyone that watched the last video that went up late last night. I mean, straight after SmackDown. We got a video out that was all the kind of initial theories. And to be honest, I think we boxed off pretty much all of the major stuff. So if you've not seen that video, I would urge that you check it out because we're not going to cover that ground again. So all the major stuff we kind of dealt with. This is like a lot of the things that have been coming out in the hours that followed. And there's some really genuine, interesting, thought-provoking things that we're going to talk about. So with that being said, let's get straight to it. First of all, we're going to look at the URL. So where this clue, the most recent clue was uploaded, was www.com/1911. That was it. So a real simple URL, 1911. And so everyone's been trying to figure out what 1911 means. And we've got a few more theories. This one is so good, I actually did it as a separate video. I put it onto the Wrestling Daze clips channel, so you might have seen this one, so we'll blast through this quite quick. But AWE Hallows had a look into this and said 1911 as an angel number means to rise above your mistakes. Now, it is debatable as to whether The Fiend and Bray Wyatt made any mistakes, but I think he probably would admit that mistakes were made. Mistakes by him, mistakes by Vince, you know, just kind of mistakes by creative, mistakes in general. I don't know if anyone really looks at Goldberg beating The Fiend as being the right way forward. So clearly there was a mistake made there. But yeah, I like this because there's a lot in here that I think fits with Bray. Talks about how you've got to stop letting other people direct your life. Got talking about rising above mistakes, about becoming a better person, but moving on to a new and improved future. And your hands will help you succeed. You've got the potential to make yourself a better person. Now is the time to succeed. Look at that bottom part. Now is the time to succeed. I just think that's brilliant. I just think that there's a lot in there that really does connect to Bray Wyatt. So next up after that, we've got this theory. This was Cosmic Guy, IWF. And Cosmic Guy said, if you go to the Proverbs 1911, it actually says there, a person's wisdom yields patience. It is to be one's glory to overlook an offense. So talking about patience and overlooking an offense, could that offense be being released, being let go, overlooking that, coming back and promoting patience? So I really like that one. I thought that one was very, very good. So next, we've got this one. This is Hailstorm and a great friend of the channel, Erase Your Mind. I got this sent over, and it's Alice in Wonderland, a rare 1911 edition. It's red with a white rabbit on the cover, and apparently in a promo in 2014, Bray said, I am the color red in a world full of black and white. Now, I really like that. I really like that. I mean, text is black on white. And this is a very special edition of this book. And as we said, red cover. And this came out in 1911. So going back to that 1911. And it is worth pointing out that this is obviously Alice in Wonderland. And the hat that Bray wore when he was the Mad Hatter, that said 1911. So 1911 connects to the numbers in his hat when he was the Mad Hatter. So yeah, so many theories and thoughts doing the rounds. We've spoke about even more in that other theory video, but again, just want to kind of put you where the conversation is at the moment. As well as that, we've got this. This is from Piol, who Paul Arm 87, who says if you actually look at the Karrion Kross promo from last night's SmackDown, you can find a buzzard. You can also find a pocket watch that has stopped with the hands on the numbers 11 and 9. Now, I don't know, that one, the pocket watch one, I'm really interested in because 11 is one of the numbers, 9 is in there. It's a shame the other one's not on the 1, to be honest. I feel like, I mean, it could be a 1, 9, and 11. Nothing to say it has to be 19 and 11. So, yeah, it could be a 1, a 9, and 11. So, yeah, I don't know. The pocket watch one, I'm quite intrigued by. I'm intrigued by it, but something's just not quite right. I like the buzzards. I think the reason why I really included this is I do like this, and I'm still kind of playing around with it, but the QR code dropped at the end of this. It was at the end of this promo that the QR code appeared, and I feel like there could be a reason for that. I have been questioning as to why the QR codes have been dropped at certain points. It feels like they're very distracting. It feels like I would much rather just watch the show and then have the QR code at the end. What if they can't do that? What if they can't do that? Because it has to be delivered at a specific time. It has to go into certain segments, certain promos, much like how the lights flicker. The lights flickered during Alexa and Bayley's match, but then on SmackDown this week, it flickered during Sami Zayn, Solo Sikoa versus Ricochet and Madcap Moss. Again, maybe the lights flickering happen at certain points. Maybe the QR codes are dropped at certain points. And I just thought it was interesting that it happened during this promo. Moving on, we've got this. So another 1911 one. So I think this is our last 1911 one. This is from Timmy K. 1899 says, don't know if this is important, but Philadelphia, which is where Extreme Rules is going to be, actually won the 1911 World Series. And just for fun, they did it in 6 games. Wyatt 6, Wyndham 6. Just a fun little connection, I think, there. And yeah, that's pretty fun, isn't it? 1911, Philadelphia. Winning the World Series. So I like that one. Very, very good. Right, we're going to play a little audio clip now because I think this is probably the most exciting thing from this week's Clue. I've played it in a few videos. We'll play it again if you've not heard it. This is a phone call. So there was a hidden telephone number. I believe it was one of the file names for one of the images. When you actually found the image name, it came back with just a number. When you called it, you got a message. You then had to play that message backwards and kind of slow it down. So, I mean, you can see the amount of work people have put in here. But I'm going to play you that message. This is what it says. You kind of catch the end of it, but then it does run through in total. This was actually taken from our watch-along live stream last night.
The way into the city of woe. I am the way into eternal sorrow. Bravo, Echo, Lima, Alpha, India, Romeo. I am the way into the city of woe. I am the way into eternal sorrow.
I mean, that is stunning. To be honest, I've put a poll up asking, do you think that is Bray's voice? And at the moment, it's around about 80% yes. As soon as I heard it, I thought it was Bray. I do agree that as it kind of gets towards the end, it definitely seems to change. I don't know if there's 2 voices in there. I don't know if there's any extra effects that have been added. But the brother at the start sounds very Bray Wyatt to me. In fact, that first part of it all sounds like Bray. So I feel like that is Bray. Obviously, I can't confirm that. But yeah, he says, Brother Echo Lima Alpha India Romeo. That is Belair, right? Now, this has obviously got people looking at Bianca Belair, and people are right to do that. I think a lot of people think this is probably connected to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was actually born and raised in Philadelphia. And again, Extreme Rules is going to be at Philadelphia. So this could be a way of just, again, reinforcing Philadelphia. I do feel like that needs to be fleshed out a little bit more. I don't know that we've seen tons of theories on Belair. A lot of people talking about Bianca, but they can't really get anything from it. That's probably my favorite explanation. And then you've got people looking at Lair's Belair, and I'm not so sure about that. That doesn't seem to fit quite right, but I'm still down for exploring that. So if you've got any more theories on that, feel free to send them over. But the line that seems to have got everyone's attention is I am the way into the city of woe, because the city of woe, if we skip forwards, I am the way into the city of woe. I am the way into eternal pain. This is from Dante's Inferno, and that is obviously very famous. And there's other things that have come out of that, including abandon all hope, ye who enter here. That is on the door, as you can see, to the Firefly Funhouse. As well as that, it's actually on a sign, which was during the Swamp match. And I'm also told that it's in a Bray tweet from 2020. That's Jake Campbell that told us that. So a lot of these clues were provided by Joseph Spazzano. So want to say a big thank you to Joseph for that. So you can see connections between what was in that call and Bray Wyatt and the Firefly Funhouse. Moving on, there's another one here, which I think is really, really good. This is from Judgment Day. Honorary Uso SC sent in loads of stuff. Absolutely brilliant. This one, again, if you look at the White Rabbit song and actually look at the lyrics, there's a line in there that says, and the White Knight is talking backwards. And that is exactly what happens with that phone call. Bray Wyatt, if it is Bray Wyatt, is talking backwards, and you have to spin it around and get the actual message. So I thought that was absolutely brilliant. The other thing as well, this was Austin Luff, who did a fantastic job. I saw this all over social media. This was an old Bray promo, and in it he says, you are entering the city of woe. So again, the exact same wording as what we had before. Going forward, again, Judgment Day sent this in. It's not connected to the phone call. I just think this is brilliant. If you actually rearrange the letters of Bray Wyatt, you get White Rabbit. Obviously not spelt the same, but the way that you read it and the way that it sounds, it works. And I just thought that was great. When you rearrange it, you can get White Rabbit. It does work. But obviously not spelt correctly for all you spelling fans out there. But yeah, I was still massively impressed with that. So that's kind of what we've got, all the other stuff on the phone call. I don't know that anyone's looked into Eternal Sorrow. And actually, what's really interesting about that Eternal Sorrow is I believe it's different to what's in Dante's Inferno, which is Eternal Pain. So I just think that's interesting. I think there's a lot of people finding connections to City of Woe. Obviously, there's people looking into Bel-Air. What about that I am the way into Eternal Sorrow? I think there's probably more to be fleshed out with that one. Moving forward, then, we've got this from James Howson. He was just saying that Rowan, who we was talking about on a watch-along, could this lead to a new Wyatt family? Apparently, before SmackDown, sent out a tweet saying scorn. Don't know what that means, what that connects with. I actually don't have an explanation for this. But the reason why I'm interested is because this was the last thing that was liked by Bray. It was just this image. It was a couple of days ago, and it was from Rowan. And it's of someone in, stocks being, pillared. And again, this is scorn in a way, open dislike. Openly disliking someone, like scorn. And this image kind of reflects that again. And this is the last thing that Bray has liked at the time of recording this. So there feels like there's something going on. Like, it could just be Rowan trying to, like, find a way of connecting himself to this. But Bray has liked this, and it's interesting. I just wanted to bring it to your attention. I just think that's worth keeping an eye on. Then we've got James Howson again, who actually found out the music that was used in the clue was called Three Little Pigs. And on the same album, there is a track called Tick Tock Clock. I don't think that's anything more than just a coincidence, to be honest. But I still think it's really interesting. Again, there's a lot here that's going to be coincidence. There's no way all of this is connected and all planned out and whatever. But yeah, there's some coincidences, but there's some real fun coincidences. And maybe that's one. But Three Little Pigs, which makes sense, because obviously Three Little Pigs was really the theme of the clue this time. And saying that, you know, we got the big bad wolf. This was one of the images from the clue from SmackDown. And so, yeah, we got the big bad wolf. Next to the big bad wolf, of course, is Little Red Riding Hood. And that meant that Bale3X on Twitter just questioned, you know, is this connected? We're seeing this person in NXT. And like, there's been no connection up until this point, but that could be based on Little Red Riding Hood. And this person has been showing for a few weeks now in NXT. Is this person connected? They seem to be interested in Joe Gacy. They seem to be around when Joe Gacy is around. Could this be a way of bringing up Joe Gacy and connecting Gacy with Bray? I don't know. Gacy with Bray could be kind of fun. My gut feeling is this isn't connected. My gut feeling is that I don't know if this is a coincidence, if it's, you know, maybe they've just based it on Little Red Riding Hood and it just so happens one of the clues is Little Red Riding Hood. But again, something worth keeping an eye on. And the final thing I've got is Karrion on Twitter as well, was just talking about Azazel. Now, Azazel reborn, that is what the Morse code translated as. And Azazel is like a demon in like Jewish folklore. One of the other things that's in Jewish folklore is Lilith. And Lilith is regarded as one of the first demons. And we think that Lily is based on Lilith. And so there is another connection there. There is a connection between Alexa and Lily and Azazel being reborn. And so, you know, there's a little something there to explore. I mean, you can really go into that kind of religious folklore, and a lot of it is really intense. So I have spent like an hour or so kind of reading through some of that, understanding very little. So that's why I didn't want to go too deep into that. But again, something that you might want to explore. There we go then, guys. A near 20-minute video with around about 15, 16 different kind of theories and thoughts in there. This is all the latest stuff. You watch this video along with the one we did last night. That's pretty much everything I've seen. A few other little bits and bobs, and I'm sure there will be more. And I'm sure that we can cover those, maybe do another video on Sunday if needed. But as I said, I think we've boxed off everything major. If you've still not seen that video we dropped last night, it's huge. It's got a lot of stuff in it and things that you really need to know as well if you've not seen it. So I will put a link to that on screen right now. But a massive thank you from me. I hope you're enjoying these videos. And of course, we will be back on Monday with a live watch along for Raw, ready to decode and look at the next White Rabbit clue. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.